Shout my hip hop since 1987 niggas. Hip-hop since 1987.com.
What's going on, y'all? What's good, Atlanta? We got Staje in the building, and I am your favorite cup of tea, teacup for hip-hop since 1987. My man's just came all the way from Los Angeles.
All the way. It's crazy. It was a nice little flight, though.
Ooh, was it a connecting flight or was it a straight shot?
We only do one ways.
Oh.
Only one ways.
Only do one ways. Okay. Okay, so you was on that one way coming from the Carolinas to LA.
That's true. That's true. That one way from Carolina to LA, not LA to Atlanta. It's good to be back home.
Yes. So glad that you're back with us, man. So how has just like this whole transition from everything being from live performances and just the on scene interaction with fans, and now everything is digital. People are kind of having to redo their branding and their marketing, and more focus probably on Spotify playlists or what have you. So how has this just change been for you?
It's been actually incredible. Like I'm open to change. I've always been open to change. Obviously, it changed a lot of things that was supposed to happen, performances, events that we had, and now we're in a position where we kind of have to revert to some old ways.
Right.
The grind. The grind. And we doing what we need to do to get what we need to. We got our songs out there. We're promoting our songs the way we need to promote our songs. But at the end of the day, we're still touching people. You can never lose that part.
Okay.
You still got to be able to connect with people, and that's just what we're trying to do.
Most definitely, because the people are going to be the people that buy into you. So
absolutely.
What you mean we kind of having to go back into like the old school ways? Like explain that. Like what have you been doing?
Grinding. I mean,
what is grinding?
I honestly, artists used to really get in the dirt and really muscle out, and then I would say recently, a lot of artists, they could just, put money on Spotify and their music just blow up, right? Or whatever have you. But now you actually have to dig a little deep because you can't go out there and perform, right?
Right.
You can't really even collab with too many artists. You can, but like a lot of them are still like lenient towards the COVID, but they actually don't want to do it. And then obviously with radio shows and getting promotion and stuff like that, it's harder. So it's not easy. So you got to find other ways. You got to work with smaller artists. You got to work with smaller like radio stations and companies. So you got to dig a little deep. You got to grind a little bit. But I love it.
Okay, so you grind a little harder, like Master P pumping the CDs out the trunk, selling to the people.
Let's take it back to the CDs out the trunk.
All the way back, literally being in the streets.
Absolutely.
So your name is Staje, but okay, Staje in the dictionary has a G.
That's true.
So why'd you switch it out with the J?
That's true. I had a manager back in the day who's no longer my manager now. Actually got a great manager now. Andy Jenny's here with us today. Hello, Andy.
Shout out to the management.
Hello,
okay, good management. Sometimes it all it takes.
That's really what it comes down to. I had a guy named Peter. Peter told me I was always a performer. So I used to go by the name J Payne back in the day, but
J Payne.
Yeah, that's my.
So T Pain was your cousin.
Oh, I actually like T Pain though. He kind of transformed music, man. So
I love him. I'm just asking, was that your inspiration? I love T Pain. Really, he reintroduced autotune to us.
Yeah,
so
he really did, and they took it to another level. But he told me I was always a performer.
Okay.
So it'd be dope to kind of do something that relates to the stage. And when he said it, was like, how about just go with Staje? I was like, okay, but I got to find a way to put my name in it. So I changed the G to a J. My real name is Justin, if you don't know. Hello, ladies.
Okay, ladies. Okay, ladies and feds out there. Now let me stop playing.
Oh, God.
So you're from the Carolinas, North or South?
South Carolina. Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, so what are some like standout artists from South Carolina? Was it Fantasia from South Carolina? I can't even remember, honestly.
Fantasia from South Carolina? She might be. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
That's so bad that I grew.
I don't know.
Like, I grouped the Carolinas together. Like, that's so bad because like.
How did you say that?
Probably because I know like as of the last few years, like the baby's been coming out, and his crew. So like, but who's been coming out of like South Carolina that you really admire?
Honestly, I mean, there's an artist who I think would have been amazing had he not lost his life early. His name was Speaker Knockers.
Oh,
Speaker
rest in
Knockers?
peace. Yeah.
Man, he was amazing. And young kid, he would have been like 23 today, 24, something like that. But
I didn't know Speaker Knockers was from there.
from South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina.
So do y'all like play him? Is he like a huge influence
he's
there?
a huge influence, especially for the young generation, the young artists. He's a huge influence on their sound. So, and I think he's a huge influence on like everybody's sound. Like a lot of people really rock to him. There was come with me, come on. What's the big guy name from Florida? Everybody know him. Come on. He's a
Rick
big
Ross?
Rick Ross.
I'm like, cause I don't want to say the wrong name. Like,
that's the only way we knew. No, so Rick Ross did one of his tracks, and and Kodak Black did one of his tracks too. So I mean, it was a great artist, man. It would have been amazing today, and it was just dope to have somebody like that from my city, because I feel like that's a part of me, and that grind and again that hustle is just in me.
okay. And then one of the songs that I have played, like your sound is so different. I couldn't even compare you to somebody that you sound like. And I know people really hate comparisons, but like I guess kind of what came to mind, I was like, he sound kind of like what was that dude name from back in the day? Rich Gang Selling That. How that song go? You know what I'm talking about?
Who is it?
Rich Boy. Has anybody told you that? Has anybody ever told you that?
No, I got Boosie before.
You got Boosie?
Like a broke down version of Boosie. I love you, Boosie. You're a great artist. So I got that, but I never got Rich Boy. He's a dope artist though.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He actually
I'm
is.
gonna take that one. Rich Boy, we gotta collab on something.
Most definitely. Bring him back. Shit, bring him back for real. So like when you first played that song for somebody or played that in like I guess like a mass amount of people, like what were people's reactions? Because that sound is just not something you hear every day, especially coming out of the South.
Nah, that's true. People gravitate towards it. People like it. People like the beat. My engineer is amazing. Shavir's production, he's dope. But yeah, they like the sound. I mean, it's different, it's new, and what's wrong with that in the music industry?
Nothing's wrong with that. I just want to know, how did you get to like? Cause like your voice sound kind of like, now that you mentioned Boosie, because I feel like his music sounds a little choppy when he raps.
Yeah.
Like, what made you just want to like have that flow?
I think I was tired of thinking that I should sound a certain way or be a certain way. I just wanted to like endure my roots. I'm a Southern man at heart, I got a lot of West Coast in me since I've been on the West Coast for so long. But I'm a Southern man at heart, and I think I just wanted to bring that Southern sound, but also have the uniqueness of me come out as well. So I just kind of flowed with it, and it just fit. It just felt good with me. It feels very comfortable going into the studio and just letting it out.
Okay. Well, what is your process like in the studio? Like when you get to recording, or how was your process like when making that particular song?
Honestly, that was crazy. The story behind that is crazy. And then like just feeling that moment, like knowing when I'm in the studio, when I wrote this, how I felt when I wrote it, how I felt when I did it, and just having that same energy inside the studio. Because there's a lot of ways you can say a lot of different words and do a lot of different things. But with me, I always want to like relive that moment when I'm actually recording a song.
Okay. So when you were J Payne, was your music sounding like that?
Not at all. By the way, don't go back and try to look up no songs.
Don't do no research for this interview just yet.
Please don't. It was horrible.
It was horrible.
I was mixing, mastering my own production. I was doing it all. It's pathetic. Do not go back and listen.
So what is your engineer like? What are some like equipment or some tools that he uses, or what is some like strategies that he uses to get that kind of sound out of you?
My engineer, actually my producer, he's here with us today.
Hey.
Tailor Made Productions. Man, he's amazing, man. I don't know. He went to school. He learned a lot, and he's using it to like an incredible level. Like he's working with a lot of different artists, but what he does for me, I feel is genuine, and I feel like we just connect and we click, and he's fucking amazing.
He's fucking amazing.
He's fucking amazing.
Shout out to the producer / engineer in
That's
the building,
right.
man. We gotta appreciate you for making the sounds. Hey, you know how I could tell you lived in LA for so long?
Talk to me.
Because I feel like LA dudes always dye their hair like the same, like that sandy brown color. And then you got a mohawk. Let me see.
See, she doing this to me, okay?
You got a mohawk.
Let me clear it up.
Okay.
Let me get it.
So who did your hair? Because it's sandy and then it's like a platinum blonde on top.
Can I be real right now?
Go
Is
ahead.
this a moment of realness?
We always keeping a G. 1,000.
I did that shit. What y'all think?
How did you get the two tones in that?
That was a fuck up.
Oh wow.
That was a fuck up. I went from black to blind, and I didn't know the instructions on how you do that. I just thought if you get blind, you're just going blind. So I get blind, and it went orange. I was like, wait, that ain't right. So I got more blind, and then it went kind of like a little bit lighter orange, but it stayed orange. And I called my mom. I was like, Mom, what's going on? My hair isn't doing right. She was like, you're supposed to go from, if you're going to go from black to blind, you got to do blind and then tone it and then do another blind on top of that. So you have to tone it, I guess. So then I got the toner and then it kind of went light on top. But still, I was very annoyed about this. But I think I like it now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope. And I was gonna say you are very blessed to have hair because some people's hair will be dead, shredded up, and on the floor after that. You got curls, yes, because you know, like
healthy. It's healthy,
right? Because bleaching your hair usually isn't healthy, especially since you didn't like follow the instructions. It kind of takes the nutrients out of your hair.
That's what they say.
So the fact that you still, like I said, it looks full. It doesn't look like it wants to shrivel up and die or anything.
I was nervous of that.
I feel it. So, okay, what's up with the two-piece fit that you got on right now? That says black
jeans.
Okay.
That's my clothing line, black jeans. We came up with this about a year ago. We just launched it this year, and we got a lot of product coming right now. But go to blackjeans.us. Go get yourself a sweater. It's getting cold outside.
Okay, most definitely gotta cop the two-piece, especially with like that's the look for like women, like the sporty hoodie type look with some fly ass sneakers.
It's dope. It's dope. I'm actually working on a sneaker line for next year, by the way.
Ooh, I can't wait to see that. We need more black on sneakers anyway.
I'm trying. I'm just trying to put my foot in the mud and then wipe them off clean.
I feel it. Why do you spell it jeans with G-E? Like it's spelled like genetics, not spelled like blue jeans.
That's what it is. So black jeans. I'm black. My DNA is black.
Oh,
this is for the people. This ain't just for me, man. Come on now.
Oh, ain't for me, man. Okay. Well, who outside of the music? Who are you? Who is Staje?
Well,
what does Staje like to do?
That's an amazing question. I think somebody on a date asked me that the other day.
Oh shit! And what was your answer, ladies?
Oh man. Honestly, like I do put on this performer when I'm an artist because I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
So you were saying that you have an alter ego.
I have an alter ego, and when I'm in the studio, when I'm on stage, when I'm writing music, whatever the case is, when I'm in that element of artistry, I'm Staje. But outside of that, I'm just a kid named Justin, man. With a good heart, good meaning, good purpose, and just want people to do well. That's just me.
Okay, so you have a good heart. So you have a good heart. What can Expanse or any of your peers expect for anybody that somebody like you that has a good heart, that's a good person outside of the music?
I mean, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure that at the end of the day, your dreams is coming true. And anything I can do to put my foot in there and get it done for you, I will. And, I brought my whole team here. Respected them for coming. But, I had to have this moment with them, not just myself. And we did a couple of interviews. We worked with Universal. I got to meet, a guy I've been working with for a long time named Bez. Amazing guy. Bez knows best. Keep him. I mean, he's an amazing guy. And, just working with people at the end of the day and having my team there to grow with, it's special to me.
Okay, speaking of a team, speaking of growth, speaking of the Universal deal that you have, how did your single end up on the Billboard charts?
The freaking geniusness of, Bez. I'm just going to give it where it's at.
That marketing strategy.
If you ask me how he did it and how he works, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I trust the man, and I give him my product, and he moves it the way that he move it, and that's just the way our whole team move too, though.
Okay, and I'm so glad you said that because I always have to stress the artists. Sometimes artists don't really understand what management does. They really don't understand people on a team. Like you are the artist, you are the creator, but usually the manager is the person that comes up with the strategy, that handles the business, that gets you put in the right places. So how important do you feel is it to be able to give someone that freedom or to be able to trust someone?
My manager Andy, like without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. The fact that he puts me in the positions that I do, he does all the tasks, like not some of it. Not some of it. Not you don't have your best friend doing work for you.
Right.
I have a business-minded individual taking care of all the tasks to make sure everything is smooth. I'm here today because of Andy. I'm here to talk to you at the time fashion that I am because of Andy. So you got to respect the marketing, but you also have to understand you got to invest in yourself. At the end of the day, I don't care who the hell you is. This is not the 70s where like Motown is looking for an artist.
Right.
They're just seeing where the talent is. Like, nah,
right.
man, are you kidding me? Like, it's about the money you put behind yourself.
Pretty much, because
period.
You don't necessarily have to go and get deals these days. You could just take out a loan. It's pretty much the same thing.
100%. You know what I mean? Throw it on the radio and see what happens.
Yep. Exactly. So speaking of this label talk, why did you choose to go with UMG? Why did you choose to go with Universal Music Group over? I'm pretty sure other people were trying to shop with you.
Yeah, you know, I've been in talks with a lot of them over the past few months, but again, I just felt the genuineness, trust, and belief that they really want to grow with me and they want to work with me. And I want to work with them, and it's a special moment in life. You couldn't go wrong either way. I could have did Sony. You could do, whoever it is you choose to do as an artist, it don't matter. But UMG just felt good for me. So
okay, are you with any sub labels under them?
I have my own record label.
Okay.
Fam Entertainment. Who Gotti is an artist from Watts Compton. Super dope artist. He's here with us today. He's actually standing for. He's not standing too far over here. He's an amazing artist. Crazy record he put out just recently as well, and he signed to the label, and then I'm just working with him. I don't want too much overhead in my mind, so I'm just working with him right now, and that's really it. So UMG is working with me to work with my own record label, so it's pretty dope.
Okay, so how was that talk when Universal was first hitting you up? Did you get your own lawyer? You let them pick the lawyer for you? Did you have to go back and forth? I'm pretty sure management handled it, but did you have to go back and forth and explain more things that you wanted?
Andy. That's it. Literally, I'm telling you, like, he does all the little shit that I do not know about. I'm not a dumb guy. Mm-hmm. I'm a very intelligent man. I graduated from the University of Hofstra, by the way. Hofstra, New York, Hempstead. Broadcast communications.
Okay, major. Alum. Okay.
But with that being said, I give the experts their jobs to do, and they do it. So I left it up to Andy. He read the contract. I read it with him. He sent it over to his lawyer, and we all kind of sat down together and kind of figured out how can we tether this to make sense, and we did it, and there we are.
Okay, so what do you have coming up next, or what can we expect more from Stage with the J?
Stage with the J. Is that what I'm going by now? I kind of like it. It's ringing my ears a little bit. Stage with the J. No, we just released a project called Ball. Mm-hmm. Amazing single. Very, very dope single. Doing crazy on Spotify right now. I think it's been out 2 weeks for independent, without no record label help or anything like that. We had like a little bit over 100,000 streams in 2 weeks. So it's been good to see the growth. It's kind of fast. People gonna think that shit is overnight, but I've been doing this for like 10 years, man. A lot of work put in.
Yeah, Nipsey was doing music for like 10 years before he really popped off. Like, he was doing, niggas found him off MySpace back in like 08, 09.
Absolutely. And then look at what happened to him. He just kept grinding independently.
Started even more businesses after doing music.
So many businesses. And that's also a big thing too. Like, a lot of artists don't have their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of other things that I got besides music. So.
What are the things you got going on? The music, the clothing line?
The record label. Women, stop. I'm just
ladies, ladies, this is the red flag right here.
I'm just teasing.
He ain't teasing.
Oh, yeah.
When men say something, you have to believe them the first time.
That's probably true. You're probably right about that.
When the last time you been in a relationship?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Let me get it out. So I actually broke up with a girl I was seeing her for a long time. I would say like maybe 3-4 months ago.
So you seen her 3-4 months ago, or you were dating her 3-4 months?
I was dating her for years.
Okay.
But we broke it off like 3-4 months ago, and things work out the way they're supposed to. I still love her, still care about her, still want the best for her, and still support her. It's just you move on in life and you grow. So
I guess, honey.
What you mean you guess?
Some folks be feeling themselves when they get a little bit of.
Wow. So you saying now that I'm popping, I'm single? Like, I had to do that?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what went on with y'all, but that's usually how it go. A woman be holding you down, having your back, and then it's just.
You think that's what it is?
Sometimes.
Teacup, let me ask you something.
What's up?
I'm not the interviewer, but I have to ask you.
What's up?
You
Spill the
single?
tea. What's up?
You single?
I am.
All right. How long you been single? Let's go there.
I've been single for about 2 years now.
Oh shit, she far in the game. How does that feel?
I'm loving it because if you ain't trying to marry me, then it ain't nothing we need to be talking about.
Respect.
Like if you ain't coming, it's either go hard or go home. Like it's not no in between. It's black and white.
I
like,
love that.
For real, for real.
I love
Do you think you'll be ready to make that commitment?
Should we turn this off real quick? Have a private conversation real quick. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. You don't, but because you know what? This generation of men, like, and I get it because we see our parents and grandparents and go through things, but I know T.I. has spoken on it, and a lot of people have spoken on just the fact that, like, marriage, men have said that men get nothing out of marriage. Like, how do you feel about that? They said that the women usually gets the most, and the woman is usually the one that gets that basically the woman controls the household. What she says goes. Happy wife, happy life, and men get nothing, especially when it's over. So, but this is what T.I. said. This is what other men have said. So, how do you feel about that?
So I love the podcast Expeditiously.
Yep.
It's a dope podcast.
Yeah.
But Tia, why'd you do that, bro? It's a lose-lose conversation.
Yeah.
I can't answer that. I can't just say he wrong.
So how do you feel though? Not even just tip, but just about like marriage. Like, how do you feel?
I mean, you've been out for 2 years. Let's go back to that. You've been out for 2 years. You've been out for 2 years, so you kind of in that like, I'm kind of ready. Maybe not yet, but I'm kind of there, right? I've been out for like 3 months, man. And my whole life has been about like dating and taking care of, a significant other, a woman or what have you. And I hate to make it sound like that, but like I'm always the giver in my relationships. Like always. I'm always doing more. So
I mean, the man is supposed to be the provider, so that's how it should be. You don't have to necessarily always do like 100% more.
A lot of women got problems with that statement you just made. A lot of women. I don't know how to continue with that, but just know that is like an issue of topic for sure.
Of course.
Women, especially today, feel like, they are the providers of the house and they control things. I mean, that's true.
Does that intimidate you?
For me, no. But like, for something said like when men are supposed to be the providers, a lot of women take offense to that too. They don't agree with that. Which I don't disagree with them. That's just who I am. I was built that way. My mom made me a Southern man. I was born. I can't choose where I was born. I was born to be a provider and take care of women, and be the dominant one, be the one who makes sure the bills is paid, everything is taken care of. I was just born that way. So
okay, well, as a woman's perspective and being raised by I'm raised by my grandparents who were married, so I can say that I guess from a woman's perspective, why that may be changing is because if a man provides or if a man does like 100% of like the caregiving, like the handling the bills, going to work, usually he has more control, and that kind of leaves women with less control. Because like my grandma used to say, like when she didn't work, she had to ask my granddad to get her hair done. Like, so, but he can go get haircuts, look good, all he wants.
Don't ask nothing.
Right. All he wants, but she had to ask permission to get to look good. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that's probably why more women are wanting to take more control of that, and you have like the independent woman these days, especially black women, because we have to be more vocal now because we're used to being so manipulated, and so like with rap music, all this misogyny about I'm supposed to give me head, stuff like that. So that's probably why that's changing in a sense too.
Did you hear the song Keisha?
So I did hear.
All right, after you just said what you just said, I don't know if you should listen to that.
so break down the song. So why do you say that? Let's break that down.
I mean, let me just tell you. I mean, it was about a girl who was seeing a manager of mine, not my manager Andy, another manager of mine, my road manager, and she came in the studio. She was looking good, man. So, I figured I'm gonna take my shot and just see if I can get in the DM real quick. So I got an Instagram, went in the DM, Don't judge me. I see you already. You flaring.
I'm trying to hear this.
Flaring. So anyway, she give me her DM. I mean, give me her Instagram. I hit her on the DM at the same time.
So pretty much, she was in the studio. Your manager had hit her up. Okay, and you told her you want to see her.
I told her I wanted to come pick her up.
You want to pick her up?
My manager dropped her off at her house.
Okay.
I picked her up from her house.
Okay.
Brought her back to my house. A long story short, we tried some things. It just didn't work out.
Okay.
And then
so you tried some things. You tried to hit and you ain't like it. Okay.
It just didn't fit. It ain't about like
it didn't fit. Okay. Whoa. Nah, I'm just like, talk your shit. Talk your shit, young king. Okay.
Hey, you know, I don't do too much of talking like that, but that's just the facts. It didn't. So we had a problem. I had to kick her out.
Wow, kick her out because it could not fit. Wow, you need you one of these OnlyFans shorts.
That's the song. I'm just saying. That's the song. I'm being real. I'm telling you a true fact. I ain't kick her out on the road. I got her an Uber. She got home. I ain't take her back though. Fuck that. That was a 35-minute drive in LA.
Okay, so how much was that on Uber? $50?
Hell yeah. Ain't doing that. So, you know, we Ubered her. She was straight, and then, you know, never talked to her again.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all go spin back that Keisha for real, because this is crazy. At least you got respect enough to get her to Uber, and she didn't have to get her own.
Of course.
Because I probably wouldn't have had wanting to ride in the car with you anyway going back home after you told me, like, what?
I ain't tell you nothing. I tried. You said, ouch. Whatever.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, so okay, these the diamonds, I forgot what they're called, but I want some of those on my teeth.
These? Mm-hmm. So they're Swarovski crystals.
Okay.
They're not diamonds.
Not diamonds.
I don't fake on nothing. I don't do all that like extra.
They're
shit.
not diamonds. I've seen a lot of people have them. It's very trendy. I forgot what it's called, but it's a service, and I know people put them on your teeth and they last about 2-3 weeks.
No, mine lasts 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're cohesive. So
wow.
The person who I work with, she's super dope shit in LA. She do pretty much everybody's shit. I got the Gucci plates.
Okay, it's Gucci.
Gold-plated.
Oh wow.
And the two Swarovskis on the other side. Just a little swag, but I don't want no grill. I don't want to do all that. Like to me, that's like, you know, I'm past that a little bit. So.
You passed that?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm a little older, so you know, I'm trying to keep it as classy as I can, but still.
Okay,
I'm
classy.
A little nasty with it still a little bit.
Here you go, ladies.
I'm sorry, I keep going back to that. I keep going back.
It's all good. We grown and we chilling.
All right, respect.
It's all good. Respect. It's all good. So, what else should we know about Young Stage? Big Stage. Stage with the J.
Big Stage. I like that. That's cool, right? We can go with that. Big Stage. Big Stage. Honestly, man, I'm ready to, you know, just get out here and work with other artists. Put my name where it needs to be, and just continue to meet people such as yourself too. Like you're a beautiful young lady who's doing her fucking thing.
Appreciate
and I
that.
love to see that. You know, I love to see people doing what they love. Fuck all that like working and hating work. You know what I mean? I love that you do what you love, and that's inspiration to me. I'm gonna write about this. Trust me.
Oh wow! So when you write about that, definitely send that over to me so we can push that joint.
I got you.
I'm gonna be able to talk about somebody's song, y'all.
Teacup, I got you. It's
hey,
easy.
nigga, we made it. Okay. And then one more time, let us know where we can find you on social media.
You know what it is. Stage Official on Instagram. Every other thing that you find, any music platform, just type in Stage, and we'll be there. Stay tuned, stay connected. Hip Hop since 1987.
Hey, Hip Hop since 1987. Thank you so much for having me. I am Teacup. Spill the tea. Y'all can make sure y'all follow me at TEAACUP_. And yo, me and Big Stage, we out this bitch.
Yeah! Keisha!